אוקיי. לא נדבר על זה, אבל כאילו נגיד. לא, נגיד, sorry. Yeah. Hi everyone, sorry for the delay. We had some technical issues, but we are here at our beautiful breeding foliage greenhouse in Israel. My name is Atar. I'm the marketing manager.
And I'm Ortal. I'm the brand manager in the Bdeding Danziger.
And we are excited to be here today and to talk to you about the journey of a brand and how delivering a new brand from breeding to the stores.
So basically, from the moment that we think about product, and from the moment that we're part of the whole process of the breeding and the selection, in the early stages, we see the product long before we even know it's going to be a brand. And through the process of building a brand,
So it's a long journey
Yeah.
that starts in the early stages, and actually, a few years before we are coming to be live here with you presenting it. Um, so we thought how it will be the best way to talk to you today and explain this journey. And I think we will do it with an example because it's always the best way to explain something.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about Amazonas. Hope you all know it by now, and if not, you will.
Yeah, I think Amazonas is the best way to deliver what we're trying to say, and to explain to you about the whole brand processing. So this is Amazonas. We had it before us. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And we saw this one
Like 4 years
4 years
ago.
ago. Yeah, we saw this one 4 years ago.
In the breeding.
Yeah, before it came commercial.
Yeah,
long
in the
before
in the selections,
of the blooming.
yeah, internal selection and internal blooming that we are doing in our R&D here in Israel. And this was the first time we saw it, and I think everyone understand we have something special here. And in this stage, when we are seeing a variety for the first time and know that it's going to be commercial, actually the first thing that we are doing is learning about the product itself. What is, besides his appearance, of course, what's his color and habit and so on, what is usages, what
features, what is uniqueness, what is added value, that we could understand and learn. And so Amazonas is a petunia. Okay, if you haven't saw it. It's a very strong petunia. It has a lot of feature. Besides, like Atal said,
it has a
I will
very,
cut the flower just to bring
Yeah.
it close to you and see how amazing it looks.
So actually, it has a very unique appearance. It has the green ruffles on the sides and a dark blue eye, purple eye.
Purple eye.
And besides it's like shined from its appearance, we learned that it's drought resistance and it can hold the rain.
Yeah.
And it's a very strong variety. So it's not just beautiful, and it has like a delicate look, but also very strong.
And it has an excellent garden performance. We
Excellent.
Also,
Something
yeah.
wrong. I hope it's okay.
So, so after we learn about his features and its appearance, and we decided to name him Amazonas, even in the stages that we.
Right. Actually, we decided of the name, like we had the name internally, like in our internal discussions, we named it Amazonas.
Right.
We didn't know yet that this will be the commercial name, but this was the name that we thought about, and because it was like green and
We got inspiration from
Yeah.
the rainforest.
True.
Remember? Yeah. Um, because of the whole appearance and his features, we took inspiration from there, with the bold beauty and the the whole greenery and the wild look. So
Yeah, so the first stage actually is get a name. So we had a name that we decided to move forward with and not just keep it internally. And it's important stage because and
yeah,
it's an important decision to take because this sets the tone for the brand, how it's going to look, what it's going to stand for, what will be the messaging for it.
and the name also has like sort of promise
Also,
and what will be the value of the product. And if we're talking about names,
yes.
names, we it's a challenge sometimes to find suitable name that will fit the product and also will be good message. It has a good messaging, and the most important thing will be available IP wise. There's so many good varieties in the market with good names, so
And there
it's
are tons
challenge.
of varieties like burning
Right.
every day. I know, I'm positive all of you know the challenge of finding a good name that you want that is also available. But we checked that this box, and
It fitted.
luckily
It was
it was available, and and
Everything fit.
yeah.
Yeah. So I want to take back for a second
Okay.
from the process and naming, and maybe talk about how important is branding and why branding is important.
In our market.
Yeah, so in our industry, when we think about building a brand, it's not just we have in mind the full value chain from breeding, growers, retailers, and finally the end consumer. We need to think about the brand that will speak to all of those one in the value chains that will convey the message and of course will
Drive sales in the
drive
end.
sales. Yeah,
Yeah, also.
yeah, and a good story that will elevate the product and the sales to all of those points in the value chain.
And let's take another minute to say that a brand is not just a name and a logo. A brand is a story, and we have a story to tell. Um, and the story that we want to tell is a story that will be memorable and that will drive emotion and engagement for them.
And will make people
React to it.
Yeah, react to it and do impulse buy. So there is a lot of things to consider.
Yeah, things to consider when we are creating a new brand.
Yeah. So we have the name.
We have the name.
We have the name.
And we have the story, I think. No, now we need to build the story.
Yeah, we
So-
need to build it. We know what we want to build.
Yeah, and we have, again, we said that we are inspired from the rainforest, and we actually took it another step forward and said that in the rainforest there is the green and the rain and the like tropical look, and this was the first thing thinking when we
Right.
thought about Amazonas, but it also has like all kinds of parrots and tropical animals.
Yeah, and
That brings the color to the green.
Right.
And we decided to name the variety plum cockatoo because of it.
Well, not plum, but cockatoo is a type of parrot, an exotic parrot, and so basically we thought about having the variety named after exotic parrots to have the whole concept of the Amazonas to make it full and whole with all the messaging.
And also, when we move forward to build a story, then it fits perfectly to the trends that are now very common.
Yeah.
Of wild gardening and foliage and greenery, and this petunia fits directly to those trends because we took it another step and says it can be combined perfectly and beautiful in greenery garden, and it also can be mixed with foliage, and you can take the inside out or the outdoor in.
Yeah.
It's very trendy those days.
And create the same look inside and out.
Yes.
Exactly. So
We have a brand.
yeah,
We have a story, how it's going to look like.
This is the fun part.
This is the fun part.
Yeah. So it's funny, but once we have all of that and we're saying, okay, how it's going to look, me and Atar have very different ways to get inspired and do her own brainstorm. So each of us do her own. I go to the more to the AI tools to inspire me and maybe to social and Atar.
She loves TikTok. For
TikTok.
me, I'm more traditional. I take my inspiration from building mood boards in Pinterest, but each one of us like go aside, do her own brainstorm, and we gather back together, sit around the table, and type it up to a brief, actually, to a brief, and this uh, brief is going to the designer, and sometimes it works like magic. And in the first draft, we already see that we are in the directions.
Right.
And sometimes it takes more than that. In Amazonas, again, we nailed it.
Yeah.
So
Because we
knew.
we saw it
Yeah.
in our mind and
The parrots is there, and the tropical look is there, and the rainforest look is there, and the colors are purple
Right.
and green. So we know,
Right.
we knew what it's going to look like.
and when all the pieces of the puzzle come together, it's amazing. It's like,
It's very exciting.
yeah, it's very exciting to see how everything became whole.
So we presented actually the for the first time the concept and the brand in Flower Rise last year. Um, if you've been there, you know we had like a very nice entrance. We created like a jungle with the tiger and the parrots, and everyone took shots
not
over
real,
there.
not real parrots and tigers. It was animated
But people reacted to it.
Yeah, so it was amazing. People took pictures.
Yes.
It
And
was like,
and we understand that we succeed in delivering the right message, and it starts the talk about a new product which was not commercial yet. It was not commercial when we first presented it, actually. And
um, you need to see it, and we'll leave a link in the first comments after the live, and with some pictures from that event, and with the brand story of the Amazonas. Okay, so, and I have to say one thing before we finish. We are Danziger, we are breeders, and first and foremost, our mission is to bring amazing genetics to the market. But besides that, we also have in our mind the growers and the retail, to give them the right stories and the right brands to elevate their sales. So
so this is the journey of a brand.
Yeah.
It's actually a very complex journey or a process that combine from one hand really like professional aspects. We need to know the product and understand it really good. And we need to know the market and know the trends from one side. And from the other hand, we need to bring our creativity. And this is what we do when we wake up in the morning and come to the office. So thank you.
thank you for watching.
Thank you for
And
watching.
if you have any questions that you would like to ask, or if you would like to learn more about things, then you can leave comments
questions here.
Yeah, there are a few comments. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the good comments.
Thanks.
And don't forget to join us to the next session
It's about-
in half an hour.
Yeah,
we
with
will be live
Oscar.
from Guatemala.
Yeah, with Oscar about our foliage program. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.